with relatable music, music that sounds good, quality, and I guess relatable styles as well.
So you got high budget music videos, lots of advertisement, and then sometimes appearance, expensive clothes and things like that.
Can be by the music, obviously, and the way in which they incorporate new developmental sound to improve a genre. If they have new drum beats or new style of music that they're bringing to the classic music of their genre. Style is really important as part of how artists relate to their audiences, like costume, hair, makeup, they're all very important. Social media presence is also hugely important, especially in this modern eve of technology, how artists interact and communicate with their fans.
Something original, good colour, and an interesting narrative.
So the performance is important, lots going on, and then a bit of a story behind the song is good as well.
Some of the best music videos, in my opinion, are ones that are interesting and tell a story in an unorthodox way. For example, one of my favourite music videos is Unknown Mortal Orchestra's Swim and Sleep Like a Shark, where they tell the story of one young man's search for social acceptance, but it's told through hilarious and sometimes disturbing puppetry. It's quite cool.
One that just sticks the same most of the way through, and lacking of colour. That's quite significant.
Again, performance, if it's not good, it's going to be boring.
A bad music video is bland and tasteless, kind of generic collages of singing and dancing. Often they'll just use crass sex appeal to attract an audience.
Because the album cover has to represent as much of the music as it can. So if people see it on the show or something, it's going to be obviously your style and your music straight away.
So it establishes like their brand and you know what they're about, and can like give you an idea about what kind of artists they are and what kind of songs they make.
Okay, and could you give me an example?
So you got like Wretch 32, like a good example because of their album covers. You know, black and white represents what their music videos and songs are about, really.
But for a music video, an overall album to be connected is quite important. As if all like the videos are connected, there's an incentive to watch all of them to see the whole story as well as project an overall theme or mood. Albums that do that would be American Idiot by Green Day, where they've got the whole kind of film, it's a whole story, or Danger Days by My Chemical Romance. Two stories that fit perfectly to the albums.
Muse, they sing about a lot of current events and a lot of big phenomena that are coming on, so it's not your standard stuff, so that's always interesting to listen to, and that's why it's interesting, and the music's rock and it's interesting and it's fun anyway. So that's how Muse do it, and then other bands like 21 Pilots, who have really interesting sort of lyrics, and they tend to be a lot more relatable and sort of personal subject matter, but also sound good again.
So a good one is Kanye West. He does lots of collaborations with big artists, spends a lot of money on music videos and like, a lot of advertising as well. And he's got very controversial songs as well, which is another.
I guess Everything are quite cool in that they use really alternative music and quite interesting lyricism to attract an audience. So they're singing about stuff that you wouldn't usually sing about, like 9/11 or the 7/11 bombings or stuff like that, but they do it in such a way that you don't really know what they're singing about until you listen to the lyrics more. They've also got a really weird dress sense, like one of them dresses up like a priest sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty cool, it's a unique turning point.
Well, depending on the lyrics and the mood, you'd sort of have to basically wrap around the lyrics and keep the theme around that.
Yeah.
And then sort of, explore different camera angles and positions, and try different clothes to relate to the audience maybe. But yeah, it's all about keeping it relatable, but also fixed to the lyrics and the theme and mood, basically.
It depends on who your audience is, really. So say you're going for like young, like males, like teenagers or young adults, kind of masculine colours on the album cover and then in the background of your music videos as well.
If I were to make a music group, I think it would be really important to not have your appearance on social media be any different to how you are as a person. So you shouldn't try and put up some fake persona of yourself that people are going to be like, oh well, they're not really like that in real life. And that kind of includes style and stuff. So if you're going to dress up and be some crazy character and then be completely normal in real life, there's a bit of a... Although that could attract an audience as well, I guess. Style's important, being nice people, that's pretty important. Kind of having that nice guy persona, that's important.
Don't bore the viewers. I guess that's something key. Try and keep it interesting the whole time. You shouldn't try to target a different audience to what your band is sort of relatable to, in terms of style and everything else.
Again, depends on the audience. So, like, if it's for young teenagers, males, then you're not going to include anything that's for like 3-year-old girls. Oh, and keep it minimalist as well.
I think things that ostracise people are often quite difficult, so like racism and sexism, commodification, those are all things that I wouldn't really include in the music video because they're quite, like, people can be offended by them.